I had gone through my whole life with TMJ problems and had seen many dentists and doctors. And
you happen to be the one that came to see me and be like,
that's right. And I thought that, oh my gosh, there is no hope, but like, I mean,
do you have seen other TMJ dentists?
Yeah. And I thought,
interesting.
I had, and there was never conversations about like sleep or expansion.
What did they even tell you? Like, what did they even say? Like,
I went through orthodontics, and I've done.
She'd gone through orthodontics, but her jaw was so like restricted, and everything was tucked in, right?
Yes.
And interesting enough, guys, she went through orthodontics, but her jaw very, very small. I will ask Kevin, my videographer, to put it before and after. Before we started treatment and after a year into treatment and after expansion, what her jaw looked like, her expansion in the jaw. Mm-hmm. So tell me more.
Yeah. And so I, just after my whole life, even as like a small kid, and I thought, well, I'm still clenching, I'm still grinding, like I still have headaches. And I guess there's no hope. Like I'll just live with this for the rest of my life. Right. And so in my 30s, like coming in for an implant, stumbled on, like, a life-changing like experience, right? And so came in, and so for the TMJ, like going through this whole process, like we started with myofunctional therapy and expansion and at the same time, and Solea sleep therapy. And it was a lot and at once.
Because I go in full force, right?
Yeah,
it's no breaks on anything. If I want to treat someone, we're going to go in full force. We're going to get it correct the first time.
Yes. It was a commitment.
Yes.
Completely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I always tell you from the beginning, I'm like, this is a commitment.
This is what you're getting into?
Yeah. And there's money, a lot of monetary investment, but also time.
Yeah.
Because I tell them, like, listen, this is a lot of monetary investment, but at the same time, if you don't invest the time, it's not going to go as well, right? And I never start any treatment with anyone unless they fully understand that there's a huge commitment on their end. I'm only 50% of the progress. The other 50% is you, right?
Yeah.
It's exactly what I talked about.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And I would say within, just a couple of months, I was sleeping better.
Yeah.
Sleeping almost through the night. Not completely through the night. I am now, but
she's now, within 2 months, she said almost through the night. Yeah. And after probably like how many months you actually completely sleep through the night?
Gosh.
5, 6 months?
Yeah, probably like 6 months through the night.
Yeah.
But after even just a couple of months, I was only getting up like maybe once or twice. So
and then after 5
it was encouraging improvement like early on. Yeah. And even like headaches started to improve and
go away, right?
Yeah.
So how many headaches would you have throughout the week or throughout the day or whatever?
I wouldn't say that they were maybe daily, but throughout the week, probably like 3 or 4 headaches a week.
So you think about 3-4 headaches a week, you're talking about 12 a month.
Yeah.
12 to 16 a month. That's a lot of headache to have per year.
Yeah.
And
it interferes like with your work and your parenting and your whole life. So, yeah.
And so your life improves.
It does.
And only that, you start losing weight too.
Yeah.
Talk about that.
Yeah. So I did. I lost about 30 pounds. Yeah.
We were matching at the same time.
We have.
She came in, I'm like, my gosh, she's losing weight. She goes, yeah, here's what happens. Whenever you're sleeping better, you're going to be able to digest better and oxygenate better. So that means the blood flow of the oxygen is going to go to your cells, and it's going to help with mitochondria and ATP production and cells repair and all that stuff. And she was getting that through better night's sleep, myofunctional therapy, which helps her nasally breathe rather than mouth breathing. And also the proper jaw position, because her appliance, the way we made the Vivas appliance, is to help her not only expand, but also start healing the jaw joints as well. Along with, you also did laser treatment, right?
Yes, I did.
How did that help you? Like, and I know you had some jaw pain, and when you started doing laser, how did that laser therapy help you along the way?
Yeah, that significantly helped with the pain.
Yeah.
And taking away the pain, improving the pain.
Yeah, even within the first one session?
Oh, like right away. Yeah, kind of immediately.
Yeah.
So,
That's very awesome.
Yeah. And I would say too, like the better night's sleep helped with just having more energy.
Yeah.
And like I would never want to work out, never want to like get into the gym there, even at home, like going out for walks or runs or whatever.
Yeah.
So just being able to have a better night's rest, having more energy to like feel motivated to
go actually do the run.
Go do the run or do the
exercise
that I needed to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing how it works,
Yeah, it's like a domino effect.
Domino effect. That's right. Yeah. And then you start eating healthier.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, now that I'm losing weight, I might as well pay attention to how much protein I'm taking. And
that's right.
Because you don't want to, regress backward. You want to move forward,
Yeah.
So, so the entire process for you was how long? About a year, right?
A little more than a year, I think.
A year and 2 months.
Yes.
A year and 2 months. So you went through Vivo's expansion, myofunctional therapy, which, by the way, can you tell me a little bit about myofunctional therapy and what you had to do for it?
Yeah.
She's like, here's Brandi. She did a lot of work, but then it's out of sight, out of mind. I'm good, So let me remind her, myofunctional therapy was like, therapeutic exercises that you had to do 3 times a day.
Yes.
Yes. How did that initially improve with your sleeping and your breathing?
Yes. And also my bite too. Well, she's completely different today than it was a year ago.
Yeah.
So yes, those were exercises I did 3 times a day, and pretty like quickly, I mean, within like, I would say weeks, like it would improved my breathing, my sleeping, and I think just as a result of like the positioning of my mouth, my jaw.
Yes.
And
that helped a lot.
Yeah. And sometimes they felt a little silly.
Yes, it does feel silly when you do those therapeutic exercises. Yeah. But at the same time, it helps a lot.
It does help a lot.
Yeah.
And I mean, there are things that you can do, right? Sitting at your desk or whatever.
Exactly. When you're at work, you're driving, and you can do the exercises too.
Yeah. So they're
because you become pro at it,
You do.
Yeah.
Because you're doing it all the time.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And it's like second nature. It comes just naturally.
Yes.
Yeah. Especially the tongue position.
Even now, I find myself doing some of it sometimes.
Yeah, because you don't want to relapse.
Right. Yeah.
And the reason we do those exercises for about a year, because we want to create a new neuronal pattern in the brain so that you have this habit of putting the tongue in the correct tongue position, correct swallowing pattern, correct breathing.
Yeah.
But as a result of her, for years, mouth breathing, her soft palate had dropped down. So we did Solea soft palate lift.
Yeah.
Right. How did you notice? Did you notice a difference right away when I actually did the procedure?
The Solea. Yeah. And we did that like, what, 3
times? You did 4 times?
Yeah. And I did and all of this was kind of around the same time.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Like I said, pretty immediately I noticed a change in my sleep.
Right.
And within just a couple of months, like I was sleeping almost through the night. Like it was a pretty drastic.
You can notice the difference for yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So she went through that whole, Vivo's expansion with, addressing her TMJ at the same time, healing, myofunctional therapy, Solea soft palate lift. We also did what's called a tongue release because her tongue was restricted, pushing her like the jaw back, and also anytime she swallowed, there was a lot of tension around the neckline, and which contributed to also her headaches and then jaw soreness and all that stuff. So when I did the tongue release, did you notice a difference in any neck and back and shoulder area? Did you notice there was less tension there?
I think that was more like contributed to the headaches.
Yeah.
Yes.
So when it got released, you also noticed a difference there.
Right. More in I don't know that I noticed a difference really in my sleep, but I definitely noticed a difference in like my headaches.
That's right. Because there was less tension, less pressure. Because you guys, believe it or not, from the tip of the tongue, which is the fascial tissue, all the way to the tip of the toe, there's one fascial tissue is interconnected. So if it's restricted right here, it's going to posture the head forward. And anytime you posture the head forward, it's going to add 10 pounds to the weight of the neck.
Yeah.
So that is stress, that tension is what's causing also the headache, around the neck area, around the muscles of chewing and stuff.